So, yeah, look, heads up, audience. Ham's a little bit tired tonight, so bear with me.
He's a little bit pickled.
This is
Why ever are you so tired, Hamish?
because I was where last we left our heroes, their friend Miera had left, stepping through an
Oh,
arcane doorway and vanishing, bringing to close a litany of traumatic events that had transpired in the city of Wildport. Boarding the Oaken home, the ship captained by the Dryad Gilly, the party finally set sail northwards towards the Rendarian Empire and their next leg of their quest, to try and find the next Solara, help the Dawn Dreamers return that which shines to the world, and stop the slow degradation of the arcane that would bring and end everything they loved. Using the first few days of the trip to both rest and learn more about the strange crew that they were travelling with, our heroes took a moment to catch their breath, but also considered their next steps. Debates about whether to risk being caught by the Imperial blockades or sailing through the treacherous Fractured Isles were had, along with a few more light-hearted moments. It was during one of these times, after a drink or five, that some of the party decided to see what they could get up to on the deck of the ship. Delgrim, his common sense drowned in the fairy brews that had been drunk, decided to see if he could water ski behind the ship, despite the skepticism of the other more sensible members of the party. It was Tiernan that took matters into his own hands, however, as once Delgrim had tied a rope to himself, the Shard folk launched Delgrim over the side using his repulsor shield. Sinking quickly below the icy waves of the sea, Delgrim, this new strange sight, spotted something clinging to the bottom of the ship. Long limbs, thin and strange. It then seemed to see him in return. Now, I believe up upon the deck, there might have been other activities or things that were going to occur as your friend Delgrim was launched off into the waves.
does anyone know he can swim? Whether he can swim?
I'm trying to a rope. Oh, I'm in the water.
We're all up there at the moment. All the characters are up there,
I believe you were all up there. I believe
and we've just watched Delgrim. Okay, what's the distance between us and Delgrim? Just for in
you
case
have-
we hear in case we hear those words, roll for initiative. I just
you would have
It's
no
gonna
idea.
be fine. It's gonna be fine. There's a rope. Everything is all good. It's gonna be a good time for everyone.
cool. Your
So
words have swayed me. What's the distance, Hamish?
I mean, like he's hit the water and gone under. You would have no idea. You would watch the rope playing out. It's probably getting close to the end of the 50 feet of the rope that you've got. But you would also see the rope, of course, is now starting to move slowly as the ship. It is evening, so the ship is not traveling particularly fast because, of course, you don't generally kind of sail during the night. But there is a small amount of movement. So you would see the rope playing out a little bit more. So is anyone on the deck wanting to do anything?
Well, because I don't know anything bad has happened, I'm jumping off.
So you're gonna leap into the water as well.
I already had a rope around me ready to go also, and that was the plan. So, I mean, I'm not gonna meta and say that I know the bad things are happening.
No,
May as well jump down.
All right. So B also plunges into what is
Give a
truly
salute
icy
to the boys before I jump down.
icy water.
Oh.
This is not warm at all.
We're out at sea. I see water too.
It
I
would,
don't see
Golly.
water anymore,
It would-
but I can feel
this
it.
is going to be the world's longest session. It would take your breath away, and it would be
Bold of you to assume I breathe.
It would be once you are sort of submerged, you realize you can't really see much of anything because it's dark because you guys are out at night.
Mhm.
And you're now in the water, so it's very
Living my best life.
much of anything. But Delgrim, what are you
What's it?
what are you doing?
So the immediate thing Delgrim will do on sensing the presence of this thing will be to use his hunter's sense. assuming it's within 60 feet, so there's 50 feet of rope, so it's got to be within 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, he says, which will inform me immediately whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Interesting. Okay, if you'd just like to give me but a moment of time while I have a look.
Okay, that's fine, because the other thing that I'll ask, does anyone have their dragon shard spinning currently? Grumpfel would normally have it up, yeah? Okay, excellent.
Yes, indeed.
In which,
As does Tiernan.
yeah, because you haven't changed yours back to it.
No, I haven't changed it.
Yeah, have you? Yeah, okay, good.
So,
I wish I had something to take notes on.
So a couple of things. So with that, it's like you don't get a sense of anything relating to any of those elements. There doesn't appear to be anything that this creature is resistant to, susceptible to, anything whatsoever of that nature. And as you are using this sense of yours to kind of get a gauge of this, you see it vanish up the other side of the ship. So it's clinging on the bottom. It scuttles away up, out of sight. You would be able to see, just as it vanishes around, it's definitely got arms and legs.
Okay.
Whatever this thing is.
And then the next thing, Delgrim would fire off a message to Grumpfel. Grumpfel, there is a very large creature coming from underneath.
It wasn't. So just to clarify, it's not large.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Grumpfel, there is exactly correct sized creature that I have lying on the side of the boat. Climb upside, arm yourself and be careful. And then Delgrim's going to start, hand over hand, start pulling himself back up the rope towards the ship.
Cool. Awesome.
Grumpfel will relay this to those that are around. Delgrim has spotted something underneath the boat, and it's moving to the other side of the boat.
Probably just drunk. I'm just going to check those ropes to make sure they're tied properly. I wasn't expecting B to jump in.
I will point out that B did literally say she was going to jump in last time. Which, speaking of, she's just literally living her best life. Like, holding onto the rope, being dragged along in the water, having a great time.
Yeah. Okay.
Grumpfel will make his way over to what he can assume is the other side of the boat, care of Delgrim's instructions. And any one of these shipmates that are nearby, he'll try and grab their attention to let them know.
So at the helm of the ship was the centaur Lionette, who you had seen when you first came up onto the deck. He was the only one who hadn't gone down beneath to take part in the shared excuse me, in the shared meal, probably just to make sure that nothing untoward happened. So are you going to approach her? Are you?
Yes, Grumpfel will.
Yep. Cool. What are you doing? What are you saying?
Can I remember what her name was?
Yep. Lionette.
Lionette.
Lionette. Yeah.
Excuse me, Lionette. One of my friends, in an ill-conceived plan, has jumped over the side on a rope, so he's on his way back. But he says there was something underneath the ship, and it's making its way to the other side of the ship, which I can only presume is that way. Do you know if there's any anyone under the boat, under the ship?
She looks at you and goes, Oh, yeah, that's just Viola. That's fine.
I'm sorry, who?
Viola. She's a member of the crew.
Right. And she's under the boat? Is that safe?
Well, I mean, if it wasn't safe, she wouldn't be under the boat.
That can make sense, but okay, not a bother. My limited knowledge of boats, I presume that if you're under the boat whilst it was in motion, there'd be a chance of you being left behind if you're not secured. Or presuming that Viola has their own way of making sure that they stay with the ship and a part of the crew, and not inadvertently get left behind?
Well, look, I mean, she just holds on. It makes sense. She's got hands like anybody else.
Okay, not a problem. Well, in that case, I'll relate to my friend so that he's not concerned for their welfare.
So
And-
as
and-
you're
and-
having this conversation with Lionette, Tiernan, you look over to the other side after hearing this various conversation and stuff like that, and you see this pale green arm reach up and put one hand on the railing with these long claws, followed by another one just dripping wet. And this head emerges with this long hooked nose, this thick, dank hair hanging down these pits for eyes, this big grinning mouth filled with sharp teeth. And she sees you as obviously a female individual kind of emerges, and she's like, "Oh,
Oh, jeez. Tiernan's going to slip over onto his posterior and start fumbling at his belt for his pistol.
does he have his pistol with him? Would he have brought it to the dinner and then out onto the deck?
Oh, no, he wouldn't. It would
So-
still be.
So as you're fumbling,
I'm sorry, I'll interject and say it contains a shard. Tiernan wouldn't let that far from him.
Mm,
well,
No,
that's up
yes,
to
no.
Tiernan, really. I mean,
he was
Drunk
experimenting
Tiernan,
with it.
specifically.
Not trying to meta it, but given what we know of Tiernan, like he won't let that be far from him. I guess if we're on a boat, like he'll be like, it's safe, but
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
suppose.
up to you, John.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have it take it too far away from him, so he would still have it.
Okay.
So he'll fumble at his belt to try to pull it out of his holster, but it's somewhat difficult to do when you're on your butt.
So as this individual's head emerges, like a foot appears like right beside the hand. You know how you get those really flexible individuals who can sort of bend their leg all the way up to their shoulder. As this foot comes up, and this thing kind of launches itself over the side and then hits the deck on all fours, just soaking wet. As she just looks at you and goes, "Hey, you look tasty."
You're not one of Gilly's crew members, are you?
Oh, maybe. What if I am? What if I'm not?
Okay. Tiernan's gonna cast Wonder Wave.
Fuck.
So, let's see how this will play out. So at this stage, Grumpfels, your conversation will have finished, and you would now hear this conversation going on.
he would
And you
probably
would see
he would probably look to.
Lioness just shaking her head like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's what I was going to say. I'd watch to see if this thing coming over the side, the centaur recognizes it, and if Lionette didn't, it'd be like, okay, let's get ready for whose initiative is it anyway? But it looks like the centaur recognizes the creature coming over the side of the boat.
Oh yeah, you hear Lionette just go, oh, fucking hell.
So am I casting it?
Well, I'm just seeing Grumpfel, are you doing anything at all? Because otherwise,
can Grumpfel pick that John's about to do? Tiernan's about to do something.
I think
the pistols come out, or no?
Both. If the pistol is out,
He doesn't need it to cast his spells. So.
Right. If the pistol looks like it's coming out, then it gives Grumpfel a visual cue, and he might jump on to grab it and go, hey, it's part of the crew.
You would be too far away to physically get to Tiernan, but you will hear Lionette call out, Viola, don't be such an absolute psycho.
Is there any visual clue to give away that Tiernan is about to cast something?
What does Tiernan casting spells look like?
Tiernan
is it through
the way Tiernan tends to cast his spells is he either fires it from his pistol or he uses the pistol as a source of reservoir of energy. So it tends to glow brightly, and then it travels up his body and launches out of him.
Can Grumpfel see that at the moment, or any indication that may happen?
Well, Tiernan,
do you want an insight roll?
Tiernan, because it's not insight, wouldn't be insight, but Tiernan, you would hear Lionette make that statement. And you would see this thing, obviously its name is Viola, like glance over towards where Lionette is.
Well, if Tiernan had heard that, he's not going to attack a member of the crew. He specifically asked her whether or not she was, and she gave a very unambiguous answer. So, if that's the case, he's not going to cast a spell.
Okay.
A simple yes would have sufficed. I almost soiled myself.
She scuttles over on all fours until she's right, almost like over the top of you because you're still on the deck, moving in a uncomfortably strange fashion.
What does she look like in the face?
As I said before, like long hooked nose, just these deep set dark eyes, long wet hair hanging down, sharp, and as she gets closer, almost like broken, fractured teeth. Truly fucking hideous.
Didn't realize that Tiernan's mum came with us.
Oh.
Wow.
Wait, was that internal? Damn it.
She just looks at you.
Yeah, Tiernan's going to brush himself off and stand up on his feet. He's like, does no one take anything seriously anymore?
She goes, oh, I was very serious. You still look very tasty.
Yes, I look hungry. I literally tap her on the head and start walking down the stairs.
She will shy away at that. And she scurries back a little bit. Whilst this is going on, Delgrim, you're gradually pulling yourself back up the rope until, like, at this stage, you would emerge on the surface. You would probably see B off to the side as well, kind of bobbing up and down on the water, trying to make the most of this fucking weird situation that you guys have.
I'm just going with it. Like, I'm not panicking or anything. I'm just literally like, yeah.
The biggest thing is probably, if it wasn't for the fact that you guys had drunk a fair bit, it's just like, this is fucking freezing. Like, this is
refreshing is what I'm hearing.
I like the cold.
Yeah, look, if you're into it, right?
Cold never bothered me anyway. I think running into B then, Delgrim would do as best as he could to kind of stay on the surface a bit. One hand on the rope, he'll kind of grab B's arm with the other hand and kind of pull her in a bit close. B, there is something on this ship of clearly very dangerous nature. We must return and destroy it before it sinks us into the bottom of the sea.
Delgrim, you're not that dangerous. You're not that dangerous. It's okay.
No, not me, B. No, something was underneath the ship. It was holding on to the bottom part of the boat.
I think you've had maybe a little bit too much to drink.
I have had far too much to drink, but right now that doesn't matter because all of our friends are in danger. Come, B, we must go save them all. and we'll just immediately keep going, climbing up the rope.
B will also begin climbing her rope. Yeah.
You guys start. You guys both climb up the rope, heading back up the side of the ship. Grumpfel, Tiernan's sort of wandered off to do his thing. Grumpfel, are you doing anything after seeing the situation unfold between Tiernan and this Viola individual?
Aside from Grumpfel stifling a laugh, he's going to remember that Delgrim was alerting us to this beast and actually make his way over to where the rope is to let Delgrim know what that in fact this wee beast is actually a member of the crew.
So you head over towards the ropes, and so does Viola. And when you get over there, you can see she is pulling herself up again onto the rails. And Delgrim and B, you would see this face peer over the side and look down at the two of you as you're kind of like starting to climb up this rope.
Excellent. Fuck. Delgrim's holding onto the rope one-handed, and he's throwing the axe with his other hand from behind him. And I don't know how this would work. He's going to... What he would attempt, because he's dumb as shit.
And he's drunk.
You're gonna yeet your axe?
Wow.
No. Oh, no, because there's ocean, and he wouldn't want to lose it. No, but what he would try would be to kind of like cliffhanger run himself up the side of the boat to try and get himself over the railing, ready to jump into combat with this thing.
Oh my god, make an athletics check at disadvantage.
That's
my
disadvantage easily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nat one.
Oh, amazing. Perfect. Look, tell me, what does this truly epic drunken fail look like for Delgrim?
I think...
Please don't cut your own rope.
I think he will probably get the first couple of steps planted.
Yeah.
And then immediately just let go of the rope.
Yeah.
And fall backwards, spinning into the fucking water.
Incredible.
He's dead.
B, what's your reaction to this? And Grumpfel, you're there as well, looking over the side.
Dude. Gosh, how fast are we traveling? That like even for a deep gnome who's not nautical, how fast? It's only going to be like a matter of seconds before the ship is outdistanced where he is in the water. Correct?
No, you're not going fast at all. That's what I'm saying before.
Not going fast. There's a difference between my grandma driving and someone else driving.
Yeah, Delgrim's also got the rope actually physically tied to him as well. So even if you were going fast, he would just get dragged along like a little dwarven buoy.
Yeah.
So Viola,
got this image of
suddenly realised. Actually, B, what's B's reaction to this?
I think she would if she's looking up and she sees this face, she'll probably just freeze. She'll probably just stop in her place and just look up between, because it's not just them. Grumpfel's there too, looking down at us, right?
Yeah.
So I would just kind of between them both, and I'll just be like, Grumpfel, and I'll point with one hand at the whatever it is, and
she goes, "Full," and points down at B and goes,
yuck. I'm not moving. I'm staying there until I'm holding onto the rope, just staying there.
Her head twists at a slightly uncomfortable angle towards you, Grumpfel. Goes, "Does your friend need to be saved? The little dwarven one who's fallen back into the water?"
Do you mean just this time in general or normally? Because yes to both. Are you able to help? I mean, I can...
And before you can even stop, she dives over the side. Like, B, you watch her as she just over the top of you into this cold ocean and pops up super fast beside you, Delgrim. Right in front of your head as you kind of like bob up to the surface after falling in here, and you've got this thing right then. She's like, I'm here to save you.
Can Grumpfel send a message through the shard to Delgrim to say each individual is part of the crew?
Thank you. Which is at the exact moment he's pulling back to absolutely headbutt her in the face. He'll stop himself as the message comes through. I do not need saving. I am fine. What are you talking about? I'm perfectly competent and capable, and then he'll probably slip back into the water again and wander off.
The grin widens slightly, and she just gives a little shrug. And she swims back over to the side of the boat and clambers up, just like the wood, like using these long claws that she's got on her fingertips, up the side, like past UB as you're sort of still hanging there. Yeah. And as she goes past, you kind of like a little bit of like really uncomfortable like eye contact.
No. I am absolutely clambering up this rope as fast as I can.
And if that's the case, as she's doing it, she'll kind of like clamber up like behind you.
No.
And you'll just hear her behind you.
Yeah, B is frightened. She doesn't know that this person is part of the crew yet, so she's trying to get the fuck out of there.
Do I have an opportunity to ask Lionette a question?
Sure.
Lionette, what is that?
What do you mean? What? It's Viola. She's part of the crew.
What is she?
Sorry, what is she? She's Fae. What she is, I don't really know. She was here long before I joined the crew. I think she's friends with Gilly. She's a bit strange. Tends to keep to herself a little bit. People find her a bit distasteful, but I mean, she's very good at making sure that she keeping an eye out for things under the water for us. So, yeah, she provides value to the crew, and we just make sure that we keep her content, give her things to eat every now and then.
You almost hurt her. Thought she was some kind of monster jumping out of the water.
Why?
Because one of my teammates was saying there was some monster in the water. I didn't believe him.
Why would they think that she's a monster? I mean, I know
he's
not
drunk.
I mean, even then, though, I mean, if I saw you climbing out of the water, I wouldn't necessarily think you're a monster.
Yeah, but I'm not green. I'm blue.
I mean, that's irrelevant. It's still, I just feel like that there's some very harsh judgments being made here, just because she's not the most attractive individual in the crew.
It's not about it, whether or not one's attractive. It's
It's what?
Is Grumpfel overhearing this?
Depends. Is Grumpfel nearby? What's Grumpfel doing?
He went from where Lionette is to the edge of the ship. So is that still to over here or no?
Entirely up to you.
Yeah. Well, then he can overhear this.
Yep.
Just wasn't expecting someone to jump up over the side of the boat and make very odd remarks.
I mean, she is a little bit socially awkward, I'll give her that, but still, I mean, calling her a monster is very harsh.
I'll have words with Delgrim then.
Very well. At this stage, is everybody back up on the deck?
It'll take Delgrim a while.
Yeah,
but
he'll let us.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably swallowed a fair bit of seawater at this point, so he'll be very slowly making his way back up, and we'll kind of climb up and back onto it. Yeah.
Viola will just perch on the railing, watching you as you climb up. And as you get close to the top, she'll like reach out with one like long clawed hand.
Which he'll take in full, like, predator style arm clasp.
It's surprisingly warm. And you feel that the claws just dig in just a little bit uncomfortably into your arm as she pulls you up onto the deck with surprising strength.
Are you in the habit of working underneath the ship? You gave me terrible fright. I thought we were all in horrible danger.
Why would you think you're in danger? I like being under the ship. It's cold. It's dark. It's just the way I like it.
Well, we had dinner with the entire crew. Did not see you there. I did not know that you were part of boat people.
Oh, just some people find me a little bit distasteful. They
He's
think
just holding a
I'm
dagger,
stupid.
by the way, like looking like.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, yeah.
no one's in
Oh,
danger.
no, B, it's okay. This is member of crew of the ship. This is not horrible creature going to kill us all as I first thought.
Viola will actually look at you, B, and go,
Sometimes I'm a horrible creature.
Well, so
But
is
just-
everyone that I'm traveling with, so that's fine.
Ooh, interesting.
very interesting. And she will actually walk over to you, B, very slowly.
Are you a horrible creature as well?
No.
So why are you traveling with some?
Because they needed help with some stuff, and I thought maybe I could be useful.
Oh, you're a very helpful little duckling, aren't you?
And she'll reach out with one long claw, and unless you resist, she'll just like boop you on the nose.
I will attempt to like.
And she'll just kind of follow you until like how far
Yeah,
can
good.
you go?
I won't be able to go too far without falling, and I'm not gonna fall, so she would boot me.
And it's just like with the very tip, and you can see that the tip of this claw is dirty and slightly broken. So like, you know how you see someone who's got like an actual broken fingernail? It's like that. And she just
Second she boops, I just go.
she's like
Well, this has been fun, but I think I'm going to go back under the ship now. I hope you don't get any more surprises if you decide to go for another little midnight dip.
If
And she just
we
turns.
do,
Yep, Grumpfel.
I was going to say, if we do, we'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you.
I was dribbled in.
Excellent.
And she
Playing
just
this character is too hard.
yeah, just over the side into the ocean, leaving you all standing somewhat shaken by whatever the fuck has just happened.
What the fuck just happened?
I think we met the night sentry.
Huh?
I believe she watches the underside of the boat.
Very strong. I feel for anyone who
With
attempts
that-
to
with
take
that-
the ship. Yes, Grumpfel.
I was going to say that was interesting. I did not want, not that I'm one for being on many ships. This is my first, so I would not have thought a crew member under the actual ship. The premise is surprising, yet in a weird way comforting.
I was also very surprised, and let me tell you, I have had very many drinks, and I was a little concerned that if we were going to get into a fight with a crazy underwater creature on the boat, that we were all going to die horribly.
Oh, well, now with that we know it's not a crazy underwater creature and just a somewhat bemusing and interesting member of the crew, then I for one feel a bit better.
So do I. I am going to dry off and lie down. Do not talk to me for many hours. And Delgrim's going to stumble off to where it was they were told they'd be sleeping.
Yep. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for the rest of this evening?
Other than work on my designs, Tiernan will probably stay up late in the night tinkering.
I think B would try to find somewhere topside of the ship comfortable to rest rather than underneath where we were supposed to.
Yep.
Like, somewhere relatively comfy if she can.
I'm sure you would be able to find. There's not going to be anything super comfy, but there would be places where there's like some spare like sails or something like that, some piles of rope where you could at least make something which is vaguely.
Yeah, I think as well with my own supplies combined with that, it would be fine.
Yep.
And particularly because I don't need to sleep for 8 hours.
Yep.
I will anyway though sleep for 8 hours this evening. But yeah, I'm gonna just lay down on the piles of rope.
Yep.
And do some stargazing and go to sleep.
Yeah, cool, nice, awesome. So with that, the party effectively calls it a night. The next few days' travel upon the Oakenholme are uneventful. Over the course of this time, is there anything that the group is wanting to do beyond sort of the usual things that you've already talked about, which was, learning some of the how to operate the ship, helping out? I know Tiernan is continuing with his tinkering that he's doing. Was there anything else that anyone is wanting to do, or conversations people are wanting to have with anyone, anything of that nature?
I think because we're going to the Empire, I would probably write up a letter to my dad.
Yep, okay.
Letting him know that I'm going there, and that it's gonna be fine. And I'll send you something that I'll write up, and I can't send it. I have no method to send it yet, but I'll just kind of keep that on my person.
Yep, cool. Okay, nice, awesome. What about the others?
Apart from field.
Go. I was going to say, Delgrim's just going to continue his kind of curiosity efforts in just learning how the ship works.
Yep.
From the crew, and we'll pitch in where he can.
Which is appreciated. Like this is like it is a small ship, and it's a small crew. So any extra hands certainly are well received. It is a well-oiled machine. Like everyone goes about their jobs in a very efficient fashion. So you would absolutely pick up sort of like the best way of doing things, not necessarily the right way of doing things, but the best way of doing things, if that makes sense. The right way says you should tie a knot and do this and that and that. Look, you know what? In this situation, it's actually much easier and more efficient to do this thing here. And so there's a lot of those sort of little shortcuts around the ship that you would pick up from the various members of the crew as they show you through the how the day works. You would also begin to glean just how much the tree which makes the main mast itself seems to almost intuitively know how to best play the wind. The branches seem to bend, realign the sails to pick up the smallest of breezes. Not like it's a giant animated tree. It's not like it's a tree ant or anything like that, but it just seems to be, you hear the occasional groan and shift, and you often see Gilly standing by it with just a hand on it, almost sort of lost in sort of in her own little sort of headspace as she communes with what is effectively her home.
Yeah, and I think over the course of the days, then that'd probably be the only other thing Delgrim would do specifically. Is just kind of mention just how impressive that is, the tree's role as part of the ship, and might lightly kind of just prod it from Gilly, just a bit more info on kind of the relationship that Gilly has with the tree.
She wouldn't say a huge amount, but again, she would reiterate that the tree, like the tree, is her home. It's effectively part of who she is. As a dryad, it is critical, and the roots of the tree actually work their way through the entire ship. And as you spend more time on this ship, all of you would notice that everything, like, it's a well-made ship, it's all, how you would expect a ship to look, but you see roots sort of appearing in certain places and winding through areas of the boat which maybe you hadn't noticed before. And it's almost like a symbiotic relationship between her and the tree and the ship itself. But you also would definitely pick up the vibe of just how important this ship is to her.
Yeah. I think that's probably it.
Yep.
John, you were saying something, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Apart from field testing his new device from the top of the mast and ignoring Quincy when he's trying to do so, Tiernan's going to be approaching B and strike up a conversation. B, the Empire is pretty much your turf. Is there anything we should be preparing for in terms of...
Oh, I don't own the Empire.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but that's where you were originally from, yes?
Yes.
Well, we don't want to stand out and draw attention. Our group is kind of known for that. So is there anything we should do to align with the culture of the place? Or do they dress differently? Anything like that? Things not to do, I guess, is the better question.
That's a really good question. I look up at the god in the sky as I think about the
Tiernan
answer.
sits there and looks up and sees.
That's Mr. God to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, with that question, probably the most relevant parts to it would be the dress is definitely slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
As a group, you wouldn't necessarily stick out excessively. So like it's not like when you guys went to the Fey Courts where there was a very kind of specific dress code.
Yeah.
The Empire, it's like all different cultures. There's certainly different ways of dressing, but for a lot of you, you're already like, you've got, your armor and your weapons and stuff like that. So you could, get some different clothes that sort of align more with the general fashion and maybe not stick out as much. The other key elements that you would be aware of is, of course, the use of magic.
Yeah.
So the use of arcane magic, wizards and stuff, unless you are part of the consortium, you don't go around.
That's fine. I'm technically part of the consortium. It'll be great.
Look, and that's just it. So that's something that is very different from what you've experienced from when you were in Dalian's Rest. Not that there's a whole lot of wizards running around in the first place. The final component would be there is a much stronger religious presence, and it's more overt within the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So in that respect, a lot of the priests and clerics have got very kind of particular garb or colors that they wear. Like, it's very obvious when you see a bunch of like priests or clerics working around. Some of them are like have overly dramatic clothing and stuff like that.
Mm.
It is religion, the use of divine magic is more prominent because of the fact that the arcane side of things is just basically a no-go.
Yeah.
I think the only other element that's probably worth mentioning within amongst all of this as well is that skill. Skill is something which is looked at as a mark of status within the Empire.
Yeah.
Blood right, birthright, all that kind of stuff is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, just because you're born to, you know, the mayor of the town doesn't mean that you're going to become the next mayor. That's irrelevant.
That's why I, as the Empress, can just walk around doing whatever I want.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So skill, ability is looked upon incredibly favorably, and that is how people achieve status within the Empire itself.
Great.
Delgrim's going to do great.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Side of the road with his little tin
I
cup.
think like cliff notes that B would do. What the fuck is look, dress wise I think you're fine. I don't, you know, all of us walking around together we should be okay. There's like a ton more religion and stuff. Like you'll see a lot of divine based magic. Don't use arcane magic, but I told you that already. You know, let's just fly under the radar. You know, not do anything too silly. You know, it'll be fine. It's gonna be okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I better hide Blinky, correct?
Is he arcane?
He said, well, he sort of stands out a little bit. Do you have things like this in the Empire? And Blinky's literally sitting on his shoulder at this point.
No. You know what? You might be right. Maybe just hide him somewhere.
Okay. Blinky, you're gonna have to go in the backpack, dude.
Blinky actually like starts to fly away from you slightly.
Not right now. Later. And the other thing, B, is there anything you'd like to discuss about trying to plans to hide in case we do get boarded and whatnot? I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve which may be of use.
I don't know. I'm just hoping that we don't get boarded. I think I don't know. When we came over the first time, I didn't have a plan either.
Okay.
I'm not good at thinking about this sort of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of just ran really fast.
We say Delgrim is hearing this conversation.
Depends where would be spend most of her time on the ship.
Probably similar to where she was stargazing, so you know, be above board for most of the time. Probably the type of thing where she's just taking all of this time to like R&R and kind of pour through her spell book as well.
Sunbaking in
Daytime?
the sun. Getting a
Is it a
tan.
daytime or a nighttime conversation?
Up to Tiernan, because he approached me.
I would probably approach B during the afternoon after field testing, because that's when I feel as though I would have noticed your presence and
But
would have
that's a
gone.
no. Delgrim will still be below deck then.
Well, like I said, I do have a couple of tricks. I guess I will plan accordingly, and if
My
things
plan is
go
just to
wrong-
panic. That's really the plan. I'm pretty good under pressure, so you know, maybe if I panic, I'll think of something really cool on the spot.
Well, I do have. Are you familiar with this construct? And Tiernan's going to cast rope trick, and a rope is literally going to appear from a couple of feet up, and literally, you can climb this rope and can hide yourself in that space, and we just tie the rope to the rest of the ropes on the ship.
Okay. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I haven't tried it before.
There's
Thanks,
one idea.
Tiernan.
I'll have it prepared. So don't worry. The group does have your back.
Hopefully my front as well.
Don't we have to ask permission for
I mean, if you're just kind of looking out for me, I give you permission to look out for me.
that? Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Tiernan. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I'll see you around.
Maybe. I think to that point, Ham, like the only other thing I guess is, and right before we're kind of arriving wherever we're arriving to, the thing I would do is make sure all of the clothing I wear is super basic, super nondescript. Like my coat that I wear, it's going away. Like the timepiece I carry is like it's so buried in a pocket. Nothing's kind of, and also I would be actively like covering my hands as much as possible.
Cool. Heath, you weren't here before, so for the next couple of days, basically, is there anything that Grumpfel is wanting to do? Any particular conversations with people? Anything of that nature that you wanted to kind of touch base on?
Grumpfel's just happy to sort of wander and assist where he can, sort of thing. Like I said, I don't think he's been on a boat before or even a ship before, so curiosity is a strong point to keep him off his mind off the fact that they're out on water rather than on the safety of ground or under the ground. But he's also like wanting to find a purpose on the ship. We've purchased passage, of course, but anything he can do with menial tasks, or even if like someone hurts himself, he can help with healing or something like that. And he'll even like if he finds himself below deck near the waterline, he might even sort of if he knows Viola is under the ship, he may even sort of either tap or knock and say good morning or something like that, if that's it, and not expecting conversation back, but just to keep it like keeping a rapport with the party of the ship's party.
And look, very much like with Delgrim, any assistance provided is greatly appreciated, and you learn a number of like small tricks and clever ways to help around the ship, and things to do to basically be an effective member of the crew. You guys probably couldn't run off and sail your own ship, but you would have a much better idea now than you definitively had when you first sort of cast off.
One question I will have is how fast is the boat moving in like say feet per second?
As fast as a boat would move, I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Are you after a particular outcome? What are you trying to achieve?
Grumpfel has a new spell, and it has a ritual component to it, so it doesn't cost a slot. So he wants to cast that and go for a walk.
Right, so you want to use water walking? Is this what I'm hearing?
Yes.
You would not. There would be times, like especially like in the evening, when the ship either basically stops or is going very slow. During the day, there would definitely be times where you would 100% not be able to keep up with it. But yeah, I mean, you could get out there and go for a bit of a potter and stuff for sure.
Cool. So yeah, so if anyone sees Grumpfel of an evening, he comes out and sort of a bit of a funny grin. You see him go over the edge and literally go out and walk along the water for like no more than 30 seconds or a minute or something like that, and then come back up and then climb back onto the ship.
Cool. Nice. Every night you would all again be invited to a shared dinner with the crew in the small dining room. There would be the drinks, and definitely the drinks flow very freely. Like pretty much every night, the crew is fairly well toasted by the time the last of the lanterns are put out and people start to crawl off to their respective little bunks. Everyone is more than happy to get you involved in conversations and like games, like drinking games. The food is surprisingly good. Fairly kind of plain, but tasty. Brackle and Frackle seem to kind of know what they're doing when they're not constantly fucking bickering. None of the crew asks anything about you guys. Like it would stand out quite apparently to all of you that no one's asking where you're from, what are you doing, where are you going, telling about your family, and none of that sort of stuff. It is all very light-hearted conversation, very much focused on, little competitions, jokes, anecdotes and stuff like that. Not sure whether it's a case of the crew respects privacy, whether they just don't care, or what it is. But there is this sense of sort of beyond your names, the anonymity that this space gives you. And none of them talk about themselves in any capacity in regards to like where they're from or anything as well. It's a very light-hearted trip to this point.
Just thought Grumpfel would give the chef's use of the magic pot while we're on the ship. He's not using it.
Truly fascinated by this and spend like a good hour or two like having a conversation.
Grumpfel will take it down there and say, "Look, feel free to use this. I'll leave you to talk amongst yourselves."
Awesome. Outstanding. Love it. So, about 5 days later, the evening meal, there seems to be more of a buzz than usual as you sit around the table. And Gilly calls for everyone's attention as you also start getting to the end of your evening meal. And she goes, "All right, everybody. Now, as you're probably all aware at this point in time, well, maybe not our new friends, but the rest of the crew, in a couple of days' time, it's the Midnight Carnival. And boy, oh boy, are we going to absolutely make the most of that tonight, on that night. Well, on the 2 nights, really. Well, 2 nights and 2 days. So remember, make sure you've had plenty of water to drink. We're going to be busting out the really good food, the really good booze. We're going to be having a rollickingly good time." And you can see the entire crew, like everyone's faces light up. You can see just excitement across this entire space with this mention of the Midnight Carnival.
B's excited that they're going to bring out the really, really, really good charcuterie boards.
Yeah.
What's the Midnight Carnival?
All right, the Midnight Carnival. Look, it's 2 days
sort of
and 2
seasonal
nights.
Holiday or something.
I mean, I think it's called different names all over the place around the world, I believe. I mean, I know like within Tilwith, it's called the Starlight Vigil. With the Fae, we call it the Midnight Carnival. It's the 2 days and 2 nights where there's no sun and there's no moon. And when you guys hear that, you all know what this event is. It's a time of the year that falls in Hallow Moon, which is the month that you are currently in, which very much aligns with when the original Great Contravention happened, or the Arcanaclysm, where for 2 days and 2 nights there is no sun, there is no moon. So for B and the Empire, it's called Thin Veil. And basically, it's a big celebration to the gods where you seek their protection from those who might pierce the veil with ill will. And on the dawn of the return of the sun, there is something called the Dawn Feast, which is held. For Delgrim, none of this would resonate with you. Because, of course, where you're from, you don't... Yeah, there is no sun, there is no moon. So this would all be very, very kind of new for you. Grumpfel, because of being in Sverzina, which is part of the Rivenlands, you would actually know that it's called Darkvale there. It has a number of very different traditions. Basically, on the first day, they light these large bonfires, and they basically burn through the whole 2 days.
Not sure if Gilly's going to like that.
Yeah. And they have special guards who ensure that the flame keeps burning. And there's actually offerings made to it for prosperity for the coming year. And in Shardfall, or in Cathar Baal, it's called Shard Night. Because for you guys, it is particularly important because that is basically the time that the Shard hit and created effectively what is your nation. So it is a time of celebration and commiseration. It's generally when families come together, exchange small like mechanical gifts that they've made for each other, and basically it's a time to remember the nation that was effectively created over this course of the time.
Like a tools down for the 2 days.
Yeah, tools down. Everyone exchange gifts and just hangs out pretty much. Gilly would talk about how so like for the Fae with the Midnight Carnival, basically, I mean, to put it simply, it's basically like a wild party because for us, this was a time that our world was ripped out from the Feywild and put here now in Feyfair. So for us, it's...
Wait, really?
Really? I mean, all through the world, there were these rifts that were created from what I've been told, where the different planes of existence touched and crashed into each other. So, like, that's how Feyfair was originally created. It was originally just a giant forest. But then, when the Great Contravention happened, basically our whole courts were torn out of the Feywild and dumped right into the middle of this giant forest. So, for us, it's both a time of great anguish because we lost our connection to where we came from, but it's also there's a certain joy because it's new. You've got to make the most of what has happened in your life. So there's lots of eating and drinking and dancing, and there's happiness and sadness. It's a time to really let yourself be one with your emotions. There is a certain degree of mourning, but I mean, you can't always just sit around and be sad about stuff. Sometimes you've got to, you know what? These things are happening. You let yourself feel those emotions. It's incredibly important. But also, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met half of this crew that I've got here. I wouldn't have met you lot either. So you've got to look at the positives with this sort of stuff. So when the Midnight Carnival happens, we have drink, we eat, we dance, we sing, we do whatever we want. We cry, we scream, we just let ourselves really get in touch with who we are.
Well,
so brace
lovely,
yourselves
Gilly.
because it's going to be fucking wild. Just putting it out there now.
This all sounds very much like excellent time. I'm looking forward to it. And I think Delgrim probably, like, generally would be too. So particularly the no sun, no moon aspect of this thing with his new state of being and his new affinity for night and darkness in the absence of day. I think he'd probably make some effort kind of going to everyone in the crew and the party and just kind of checking in on their personal little versions of what they do for this thing that hasn't previously been a part of his life, just to pick up that info.
Yeah, cool. So as the next day plays out, so it's the day before this is to occur, the Freckle and Brackle are furiously cooking all sorts of treats and things. You can see people are going around. You see that Gilly is going around underneath the ship, and the roots of the trees that wind their way through, she's making all these little flowers sprout and appear on them. So by sort of about lunchtime of that day, below decks, it is just this explosion of color throughout the entire place. All of these flowers, sort of vines. It's truly, truly beautiful. All of the crew are going through sort of little rituals and little bits and pieces that they do to sort of prepare themselves for this. Below Deck Radiant Shadows Edition. Oh my god. Well played, Emily.
Thank you. Do I get inspiration?
You absolutely not, but it was a nice try. So
Okay, just tell me you hate me next time.
cool. Okay, I hate you. I
Thanks.
don't hate you, Emily. It's fine.
Okay, that
I
makes
do.
one of us.
Yeah. Wow. Harsh.
No, I meant I hate myself.
Yeah, no,
Thank
I
you.
understand that. It's still harsh.
Sure.
So again, I'll give anyone an opportunity, otherwise we'll just roll into the first day. So the next morning, there is no dawn.
How do we know it's morning?
Sorry?
I said, how do we know it's morning?
You would be used to time and stuff.
He's got a clock.
Yeah.
I've got a pocket watch.
Yeah.
Is there is there a bell on the ship? Like they signal time or anything like that?
No, not on this ship. No.
6 bells, 3 bells, 8 bells. Nothing. No, just-
You all, however, get woken up to the smell of like freshly baked bread. And as you wake, like beside all the places where you have sort of set up to sleep, even you be sleeping up on the deck, there are 2 very small buns that you can see are there, lightly dusted with icing sugar, and you can smell the slightest little hint of like honey with them as well. And anyone who would try and sample one, it's still warm, like these are freshly baked. So when you would open it, there'd be that little bit of steam that would come out, and there's like honey inside. A truly delightful little treat. But
Yum.
it is pitch black. You can see up on the deck for UB, there have set up a number of lanterns around the ship.
Cool.
So that the whole sort of deck is bathed in a low light as well. And below deck, it's very similar.
Cool.
The course of the day, basically, the ship, they're still moving, they're still sailing, but you can tell at this point in time, they're going about a quarter of the speed they normally would. This is a time for revelry and fun. B, because you're up on the deck, you would notice Angelique there's you and her, and you can see Lionette, as always, is up at the helm, but you can see Angelique off to one side, and you can just hear her sobbing gently.
Oh. I'm gonna go check on her. But like in the way that, you know, when someone looks like they're like by themselves and they're trying to, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna approach, but not like walk right up and be like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm gonna kind of like a step or so stand so that there's a respectful amount of distance and just kind of glance over and check in on her silently.
Yep. She's all of 3 feet tall at the most. So it is like a little bit of a kind of looking down, and she is openly weeping. And as she sort of sees you come up and kind of give that glance over, she looks at you and just gives a small smile with the tears streaming down. And she just says, "Oh, I just really miss my home. I would love to be
Where
back."
are you from?
I mean, originally was from the Feywild. I would dearly like to go back, but it's so hard. And, I mean, in many respects, this is my home now, but the Feywild is where my heart belongs. And on the Midnight Carnival, this is just a chance for me to take a moment to feel the sadness.
That's really healthy. It's like a really good coping mechanism.
It's a lot of people do not understand.
Do you want a hug?
Bee, darling, I would love a hug.
Give her a hug.
And she gives you the biggest hug back. Still like openly.
That comforting like rub of the back thing, not the awkward thing, but
Yeah. And yeah.
Not like a pat on the back, like a.
Well, she's so
They're
short.
there.
It's like,
They're
how do you
there.
make this? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she 100% leans into it. It's almost like, for the briefest of moments, you guys have been friends for years.
Mm.
And it's that hug between two people who know and trust each other. When the hug finally stops, she'll wipe a few tears away. She'll pull out a little handkerchief, dab at her little chubby cheeks. She'll be like, "Oh, I really needed that. Thank you so much."
That's okay. Do you know what makes me feel better when I'm sad?
What?
Shots.
Shots. Oh, I like your thinking. I think later on tonight, maybe.
Oh, who cares? The sun's down all the time. We
I
can
mean,
just do
it is.
now.
Are you suggesting, B, that we do shots now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I won't tell
Right.
anyone.
I like you. How about
Hey.
you and I, we find a nice little bottle of something particularly strong and find a little corner and you and I do some shots together. Oh,
Okay, sure.
excellent. She will take your hand
Mm-hmm.
and will lead you down below decks to where there is like
Before
a-
you do,
yeah, okay.
can I get both of them to make a perception check, please?
Whoa. The fuck?
Hey, you in the bushes, stop watching.
Someone's third wheeling.
Someone's cucking.
Jeez.
21.
Oh, I need to
Mhm.
roll for her. Fuck. Hold on.
Yeah, Angelique, please. Fucking
Hamish.
Hamish, you fuck.
She got a dirty 20.
Okay, both of you then, as you're heading down, so Delgrim's taking full advantage of the sunless dawn, and so he'll have super early in the morning headed out above deck without his little blindfold to keep people comfortable, and he'll have started that kind of morning just soaking in the comfortability of this dark morning, which is truly appreciated. As the two of you head down the deck, the both of you then will spot him, and it will be evident to the both of you that he's also weeping quietly on the side of a rail.
So
Fuck.
on that, Delgrim, when you go up on the deck
Mhm.
and you don't have the IRAP on, it would be a really strange sensation for you because with this change, like at nighttime, your vision has been clear, despite what has occurred. But with this, it's even more so.
Mhm.
It's strange. It's almost like it's daytime for you in many respects.
Just in my brain.
So over the course of these 2 days, any perception check you make when you're above deck, you will actually have advantage on.
Sick.
You don't know what's going on, but it's just like everything within your vision is just heightened to the nth degree.
If B spots Delgrim also crying, she would stop and do basically the exact same thing. like say to Angelique, hold on a second, my other friend's crying too. And just like so awkwardly stand nearby-ish and just look and not say anything.
And you would hear Angelique go, "Oh, it's a poor little dwarf."
Not poor. Gilly was right. It is freeing, this sensation of realizing that the bad things that have happened are the things that bring you to this place here and now. I do wipe a little tear away. Miera would have loved this. And then he'll break down sobbing again, I think, at that point.
Delgrim, do you also need a hug?
Yes, I would very much like hug.
Okay, I'll give Delgrim a hug as well.
Angelique
collapses.
Angelique will come over and give you a hug now as well, which I'm thinking like height wise, we've got some real kind of like we've got B, then we've got Delgrim, then we've got Angelique. So, but there is just
B is short for a drow. She's 5 foot something. But she will bob if she has to make it more comfortable. And then there'll be hug. And she will absolutely wait for you to pull away.
Which he will, but he'll have a full little break moment first, and it'll just be full weep, and kind of soak into both sets of arms for a minute, and just kind of let himself be held, and then we'll straighten up.
Delgrim, do you want to come and do shots with us as well?
I'd always want to do shots, yes.
Great. I take Angelique's hand, and then I hold out my other hand to Delgrim.
He'll grab his hand.
Great. I feel like I'm in the middle.
you guys head off to find some appropriate beverages. Whilst that's going on, Tiernan and Grumpfel, what are you guys going to be up to over the course of this day?
Oh, we're crying and hugging it up some.
Tiernan would have started his day in the typical fashion, going and starting to tinker with his tools. But his heart's not in it. Typically, it's a day that the tools are down and you give gifts to your family and friends. So he wanders out on the deck, and he's up on the what's the back of the boat called? A bow?
Bow. No, stern.
Stern.
Yeah.
And he's leaning up against the rail, and he's holding on to an entire bottle of wine in his right hand, and on his arm he has installed a light frame exoskeleton which goes from the top of his shoulder all the way down, and it's gripping the full bottle of wine, and he's literally just looking at the waves at the from the bow of the ship, and just taking the odd drink from the bottle, just looking at the path that he's already travelled.
At some stage, as you are You are looking out over the ocean. Beside you, there is an almost inaudible little pop. And this voice goes, "Hi."
Hi, Quincy.
How you going, Tiernan?
It's one of those days, I feel. You
Yeah.
remember where you've been, where you're from, and where you may not be able to get back to.
Yeah, it is, right? Like, that's what the Midnight Carnival's all about. Do you do that, like, where you're from?
No.
What do you do?
We exchange gifts with our family and friends. Don't work for the full time. Till's down. But I don't. As I travel further and further away, I'm starting to wonder if I'm ever going to be able to get back. Whether or not I will even be allowed back.
Do you want to go back?
Yes and no.
I mean, that's kind of confusing saying yes and no. Like, do you have you got an idea? Like, is one more than the other?
Well, if you were given an opportunity, would you go back to the Feywild?
I absolutely. But I can't. So this is where I am, and I like it.
Okay.
Will you get a chance to go home?
Not sure. Not sure. I might be in too deep.
Oh, it's sad.
Yeah. Not much I can do about it. I've
Hey.
got to keep going forward.
Look, actually, hold on. And she vanishes. About 5 or 10 minutes later, she's like, bloop, and appears again, and she's like holding another bottle of wine. Like, barely, like it's kind of like it's about the same size as her. It's like this tiny little pixie kind of like drunkenly flying. And she flies up to you and she goes, "So, like, I don't know what the gifts are like where you come from and how that all works, but like we're kind of like friends now, so maybe to help you feel a little bit better, here's a present from me to you, Tiernan. Happy Midnight Carnival."
Yeah. Thank you, Quincy. Would you share it with me?
Oh, yeah, look, absolutely. We should get totally shit-faced.
We'll see where the night takes us. And I'll try to... do you have a glass?
I can get one. Just no hanky-panky, okay?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You're too big. I'm too small. I'm not sure how that would work.
I don't know how that'd work either, Quincy.
Awesome. Hey, look, let's like you said, let's see where the night takes us. So the camera pans away.
Just putting it out there. I'm not going to fuck up Pixie.
Sorry, I was replaying the line "You're too big" over and over in my head a couple of times.
Fade to black.
Oh, yeah. Grumpfel, what are you doing?
Oh, they're not so much rules as guidelines.
Yeah.
All right. So, given that the day is approaching, Grumpfel, now during this time, has the boat slowed again like it does of an evening for the entirety, or during the day portion of the full night, is it back up to normal speed?
It is. So once the actual first day of the Midnight Carnival arrives, so the first day of complete darkness, it is still moving forward, but significantly slower.
Right.
So like, for example, like if you're wanting to do the whole water walking thing,
yep,
it would be pretty straightforward.
Right. So, what Grumpfel's intending to do is the what's it called? the staff of the lantern bearer. He will light it, considering that they have the bonfires burning back at near Sfazina for this time, and lighting a bonfire on the ship might warrant the ire of the captain. He's opted for illuminating the lantern on the staff. He will then sort of go into a bit of a sort of that ritual meditation to cast a ritual form of water walk. And he will come up onto the boat. He will go down over the side. He'll walk around the ship once, holding the lantern, giving his thanks to Kamateon. When he comes back up onto over the side of the boat, onto the boat, what he will do is individually to each of the ship's crew that he happens upon, making his way through to meet up with each and every one of them, and he will pause for a moment and say words to the effect of, you are here in this moment by the effect of your own doing, and those before you, and those around you, and your loved ones who may still be in your life and some who may not. And just remember that you have purpose, and may your life and duty be long and blessed. And then he'll sort of, give them shake their hand or a hug or something appropriate to the person that he's stopping to converse with, and he'll take the time to methodically go through the ship and do that to each and every of the ship's crew before returning back to try and find the rest of the party to do something similar.
Yeah, cool. So with everyone will be very welcoming of that blessing as you go through the entire crew. Some of them you would find in similar to like Angelique, maybe taking a moment to embrace their sadness. Others of them are having like animated conversations, smiling and laughing. Everyone is indulging in some kind of food or drink, but everything is definitively welcomed. As you go around the entire.
He will also make the most to look for Quincy up at the Crow's Nest, and even find a way to perhaps try and converse with Viola either through the ship's hull, or if she popped her head up as he was doing the water walk around the ship to start off with as well. Yep.
Yeah. Look, she would actually emerge from beneath the waves as you're wandering around. I think this stage you've done it a few times, so she would recognize that and absolutely would sort of provide an opportunity for you to engage with her. Absolutely. Yeah, awesome. So with that, evening finally arrives. You've all spent your time in various sort of different sort of occupations, doing various things, having shots. Those of you who are partaking in alcoholic beverages, how much are you indulging in?
I think after the initial night and having indulged a ton there, now kind of having the fear of will we get boarded ever, I would still be, that comfortable level of tipsy where you're more responsible than I, Emily, the human being, is, where you get to that point and you're like, this is the level I have to stay on now. That's the vibe is what I'm doing.
Pretty much what Grumpfel would be aiming for as well.
Yep.
Delgrim's real into the idea of this little 2-day celebration of stuff. And he'll keep going as long as Angelique is.
Oh, look, Angelique she's going hard out.
Excellent. Then he's pairing off with Angelique, and the two of them will either drink each other up to the table or not.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not leaving you. I'm still there.
You're just the response.
But I'm
just nursing the drink.
Yeah. Yep.
It would probably be like a switch from constant shots to like, okay, now I'm holding a glass of wine sort of thing.
Yeah. What about Tiernan?
Tiernan is generally interested to see how much it takes to make a pixie get drunk with a small statue.
Yeah. Not much.
Not much.
Quincy is toasted pretty damn quick.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Seeing as how Quincy is his drinking companion. Tiernan won't go drunk, won't get shit-faced.
Yeah.
He will get a little bit morose.
Yeah.
And towards the...
Sorry, did you say morose or gross?
Morose.
Cool,
and,
just checking.
And gross.
And gets a little bit sad. And towards the end of the evening, he will pull a tiny little metallic bird.
Yep.
That he's been crafting. Pretty small.
Yeah.
And he charges it with a little bit of the shard.
Yep.
And it pops up, and it's like a tiny little hummingbird.
Yep.
And which he had been making, with the intent of giving it for Shard Night to Miera.
Mm-hmm.
And he just it wings, and he lets it float off the back of the ship.
So
that's adorable.
You let it, like, every time you get a little bit morose, like Quincy 100% like tries to sort of cheer you up. She'll tell bad jokes, she'll question you inappropriately, and all that kind of stuff. As you go to the back of the ship and you let the small hummingbird go, you, with the very faint glow that's coming off it, you notice in the water, just sort of bobbing gently, a couple of planks. And as you kind of look around a little bit more, even though it's dark, you see further off some more planks. They look broken and shattered, just bobbing gently in the water. And then you think you hear a voice. And that is where we're going to go to break.
Fuck you, Hamish.
Good work.
We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Go forward, have fun, have a drink. Don't have a drink, I'm not your boss, do whatever you like. And we'll return soon.
Shots.
In the land of Peldorn, where the echoes call, through the ruins deep, through the rise and fall, radiant shadows dreaming of the dawn, that which shines will blind us all. Tiernan crafts with shard and steel, searching for the lost. Blinky flies beside him, a faithful friend at any cost. Miera weaves the storm and flame, magic wild, chaos untamed. Power churning, bright yet dire, she walks the edge of fate and fire. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys, to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Delgrim stalks where the wild things cry, a sharpened blade, a hunter's eye. Stranger to stars in the light of day, he hunts for the means to fell his prey. Grumpfel draws on death's domain, a good life's rest well earned, with Cometeon's blessing, sharing the lessons learned. Bee's mind is a map of endless lore, a wizard's gaze at the arcane door. Her blood runs thick with a trauma past, she weave her spell as the clock turns back. Radiant shadows, dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys, to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Blinding golden and shattered crowns, lies that weigh and pull us down, a light too bright, a fate too tall, that which shines will blind us all. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight, through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks. Together they will stand as the darkness speaks. In the land of Peldorn, their epic tale is spun, a story still unfolding, a battle not yet won. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Radiant shadows, can you hear the call? That which shines will blind us all.
your hock out. Show us your hock.
What?
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 Wait, what the fuck?
Hey, welcome.
Dear,
I was really confused there. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for spending time. You know the drill. Time's the most valuable thing that you've got, and you're choosing to spend it with us, and we appreciate that.
How valuable on a scale of 1 to 10?
100.
Can I sell some of my time for gold in this campaign?
Look. Let's have a
another pocket
conversation
watch.
about that.
Okay.
All right. So where we left off, the party had been indulging in the first day of the Midnight Carnival in various fashions across the ship. Tiernan had just sent off a small mechanical bird, very sweet, and then had heard a voice calling out from across the waves. And what is that voice calling out, Cass?
I want to read you about your extended car warranty.
So you'll probably hear in the distance, I guess, across the waves, someone yelling, "Hey, friends or foe, I'll take either. I'm over here."
It is barely audible, and I would like you to make a perception check, John, to see if you can kind of peg what direction it might be coming from.
We make a perception check.
Yep.
No. They sail on by.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Cass. That's been a blast.
Welcome back, Cass. Bye.
Yeah.
Actually, that was surprising. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
No, I rolled 17. I got 16.
It appears to be coming sort of from the starboard side of the ship.
Is that my left?
Right.
Right, as in yes to the left.
I am confused.
Good night, everybody. It's been not fun at all. Fuck you all. No. So from your right, John, for those who aren't nautically inclined.
Well, I'll look to my right. Do I see anything?
You can't see anything at all. Like beyond the small glow that's coming from the ship from the various lanterns and stuff. It's darkness. There's not even, because it's still during effectively probably it would be late afternoon. There's no stars in the sky. There's nothing. It's just black.
Quincy, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Someone yelling out friend or foe.
No. But also, I don't know if my ears are working anymore because of the wine. Why are you blue?
Because I'm sad, alright. I'm going to put light on Blinky and try and get Blinky to just hover off to the right of the ship to see if I can illuminate anything.
Alright. Quincy will actually jump onto Blinky. Will Blinky consent?
That's up to Blinky.
Look, Blinky's down with a little ride every now and then, so this little Quincy will jump onto the back, and as Blinky goes out over the water, you hear this tiny pixie going, "Yeah!"
Can't handle his liquor.
Cass, your character sees off in the distance this small globe of light heading not really quite towards you, sort of off to the left a little bit. It's sort of roughly in your direction, but maybe not quite perfectly in alignment. But you can see something moving across the waves.
Well, I'll call out. You need to correct your course just a little bit more this way. Follow the sound of my voice. Please. It's quite dark out here and it's rather wet.
Well, it is the ocean. Blinky, I send Blinky towards the voice.
Make a perception check for Blinky, please.
Ooh, Blinky. Where's Blinky? Ooh. 20-something. I've just got to find out what his bonus is. There he is. 23.
23. Blinky is more than capable of course correcting and starts to head more in the direction of where you are, Cass. And you can see this little globe of light. Tiernan, you watch as Blinky moves further and further and further away until it is like it's quite some distance before finally, for you, Cass, this little strange metallic sphere with a pixie riding on the back of it just sort of appears in front of you. And this little pixie goes, "Hi, I'm Quincy and I'm drunk. Who are you?"
Oh, hi Quincy. My name's Gallivahad. I'd like to be drunk too, but as you can see, kind of don't have a ship. Is there any chance you could maybe get your ship to turn around and let me on board, potentially?
Well, I mean, it's not actually my ship, so no.
Well, that surprises
I
me because I feel like you have the stature of someone that would own a ship.
Make a persuasion check for me, please.
Okay. New character. Hang on. Persuasion. Uh, 19.
Oh, hey, wow! Like you're pretty smooth talking. You're also kind of hot. I can write this thing back and see if we can get them to turn the ship around.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it because, as you can probably see, there's not too much of this ship left, so time is of the essence, and my boots are already pretty wet. So
yeah, look, I mean, all of you looks pretty wet, but I'm just gonna say that you do wet really well.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hey, look, I'll just and you watch as this little little pixie tries to dig her heels into Blinky like he's a horse, and like sort of slaps me. And she's like, go back, yeah, do the thing. And she's like trying to sort of manipulate Blinky, who will rather reluctantly turn around and fly all the way back. And Tiernan, you can see Blinky like not in a straight line, a little bit all over the place, until like it appears in front of you, and Quincy goes, "Hi, we're back. This thing doesn't listen to people very much."
Listens to me fine. What was it?
What was what?
That where you went out to? Was someone in need of help?
Oh yeah, like there's this really hot guy out on a piece of wood floating in the middle of the ocean. They want us to go and like turn the ship around and go and get them. Hey, we should talk to Gilly and get her to turn the ship around and go and get the super hot guy out there.
Okay. Where's the captain? How far out are they? Can't we just throw a rope?
Throw? No, a rope. What? It was like it was a long way, like a long way away.
Okay.
Like you only just barely heard his voice.
Captain Gilly.
Oh, I'll go get Gilly. And
How about we
Quincy,
both go get?
Oh, well, I mean, sure, if you want to, but I don't see why. That seems like an inefficient use of both of our times.
How about we both go look for him? You do your best way, and I'll go check the up here on the deck.
Right. Well, I mean, I can kind of just look around up here on the deck and can see Gilly's not here. So again, I'm questioning the efficiency of what we're trying to accomplish.
Just.
But look, I'll
just
go
go,
downstairs. Are you going to go downstairs or am I going downstairs? What are you doing?
Let's both go.
We'll both go. Again, efficiency, but that's okay. You guys go downstairs. You would probably move past various members of the party, indulging in drinks and all of the activities, if you are wanting to advise them of what is going on.
Does Quincy?
What?
No, does Quincy advise anybody?
No, she's just going straight for. She just flies straight past everybody.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys, like the rest of the group, you see like Tiernan and Quincy go past, and then you find Gilly, in the main room, hanging out with the triplets, and Quincy goes, "Hey, Gilly, there's a really hot individual floating out in the middle of the ocean, and they want us to save them, and I absolutely 100% think we should go and save them." I don't know what Tiernan thinks.
Well,
Tiernan, what do you think? I'm trying to be inclusive here.
Yeah, I think we should help them, I guess. They're a stranger until they prove otherwise.
Well, I mean, that's how like strangers work, right? Like if someone's
the ship
get
is moving, so we
right,
should
okay,
hurry this up.
Sure. Okay. Gilly, can we turn the ship around? And Gilly will be just like, oh, yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, we'll go and I'll head up and we'll get Elena to turn the ship around. And so there is a flurry of activity. The rest of you guys would see now this kind of like parade of people walking past you as Gilly and Quincy and Tiernan and all the triplets are now heading back up to the deck. And a very sort of...
Come on, Angelique. There is pride. Let's go.
What was that? I missed that.
Come on, Angelique. There is pride. Let's go.
And Angelique's like, oh, this could be fun. Let's go up to the top. And so everyone...
You should both, like, stay away from the edge.
Oh, no, I will be fine. I was not drunk at all. I will be able to hold my... And Angelique falls over.
I will always, at any point in time, stay close enough to both of them that I can grab them if I have to.
So everyone finds themselves up on the deck, and with the guidance of Quincy, who has mounted Blinky again, the ship turns and starts to head towards where this individual is, until finally you see, on top of what appears to be almost like maybe like a door or something like that bobbing in the water, an individual. Hey, Cass, do you want to describe what Gallivahad looks like, please?
Aside from a 9 out of 10, please.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Well,
so you will see, and it's not subjective or objective or however whatever word it is, he's officially hot. You'll see a rather sodden satyr, really quite built, like he lifts. He's got curved horns that have like these runes carved into them. He's got pastel blue hair that kind of cascades down his back. It's really wild. And there's little bits of like seashells and like ribbon and strings, just things that kind of caught his attention that he sort of picked up and put in his hair along the way. He's got like just a rough cut kind of leather vest. And he's got a story about where he got that leather from. And he's got like a massive mole strapped to his back. yeah, he's got the the chiseled features, and yeah, a glinting sort of purplish eyes. And yeah, that's Gallivahad.
And you see, like, Quincy kind of floats back, and sort of turns to this collection of individuals on the boat and just goes, "See, I told you, he's really hot."
Just think like a satyr, Tom Hardy, but with blue hair.
Yeah, cool.
And actually hot.
So the ship.
Tom Hardy is hot, but we'll argue about that later.
Yeah. Everyone's got to make a saving throw versus hotness. So the ship pulls up alongside Gallivahad, and Douglas, the one of the crew, throws a rope ladder over the side, providing Gallivahad the opportunity to climb up onto this ship from the door that he is currently using to stay afloat.
Gallivahad will make it up the rope without breaking a sweat.
Nice. Excellent. So you Gallivahad, emerge onto the deck with this unusual collection of individuals. There are dryads, there are tritons, there's a Duragar, there's a deep gnome, there's some dude who's got blue skin and you don't know what the fuck he is. There's drow, there is just a centaur. This is a weird and strange crew, or it would be for some people.
Gallivahad will look around and go, well, you're a colourful bunch, but definitely a sight for sore eyes. Thanks for picking me up. Appreciate it. What are we doing? It's midnight carnival. I almost missed all of it, but now that I'm here, what are we doing?
Tiernan's just gonna toss the bottle of wine in his hand over to you to catch.
Gallivahad will catch it and raise the bottle. Cheers, my handsome blue friend. And we'll take a drink.
Oh how much of a drink?
Oh my God! They've
Just a
been
little swig.
They've been out so long, their eyesight's affected.
Wow, harsh. So Gilly will go, so like, what are you doing out floating in the middle of the ocean in the fucking middle of nowhere? I mean, you're incredibly lucky that you even got found by us.
Yeah, are you good?
Oh, I'm more than good. I'm Gallivahad, of course. Look, again, yes, very lucky that you found me. Very grateful. Thank you for turning around. Look, I was on a ship. We were transporting some stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Bits and pieces, some gems, some jewelry.
Illicit goods.
Look, I can't disclose everything that was in the ship, but anyway, we came across a pirate ship, and we thought we'd add to the collection, shall we say. They had some pretty cool stuff, I guess. And Ham, correct me if I'm wrong, but were maybe the stuff for the carvings from Canterwell and the old relics from, is it Drakkenstrad?
Yep.
Were on the ship as well. So yeah, we found the pirate ship and we thought we'd add to our collection, and then something kind of knocked both of the ships around and
like something like a creature.
Well, it looked pretty big. I would imagine it was a creature of some description. There was a lot of yelling, a lot of, oh no, we're going down, and yeah, both the ships sank. But I managed to secure myself a sturdy door, and here I am.
Really,
There was a lot of really, really good stuff on those ships. It's sad to see them gone, but I don't know where the creature went. I don't know what it was. Yeah.
Gilly, are you familiar with some kind of creature out in this part of the ocean that stalks ships in night or never-ending day?
I mean, not in this particular part of the ocean, but I mean, there's often all sorts of things that are out here trying to, eat people. It could be anything. Sure, it's fine though.
I mean, it was big enough that it could chomp one of the boats pretty much like in half. It was pretty big.
I don't like it.
Makes sense why you have Viola now.
Right? And that's just it. Like, Viola's really good at keeping an eye out for that kind of thing, so we can just get the hell out of Dodge if some giant monster decides to try and chew on us. But, actually,
Hey,
look.
Tiernan, they used your shard expression.
Oh, yeah. But that wasn't a shardful only expression.
Oh.
You guys just hadn't heard of it.
So, Gallivahad, I believe your name was.
Correct.
So these ships sunk like in this particular sort of area, maybe?
Oh, yeah, pretty much like where I guess the planks and stuff are floating. Maybe just a little way further up, but yeah, it was around this area.
And you were saying that there's like gems and like valuable stuff.
There was so much good shit on that boat.
Is everyone dead?
Well, maybe they've gone for a swim in a different direction. I don't know, but I'm the only one here.
Oh no!
Should we be leading a search and rescue party for your companions? Are they in fear of peril?
Well, maybe at the start they were in fear. I don't know if they are now, but I wouldn't worry about going on a search and rescue necessarily.
How many days ago was this? How long have you been on that door?
It would have been less than a day.
Not that long.
Aren't you cold?
A little. I guess a little bit. I'm more wet, I guess, than anything. So I
can see that.
Cold.
But
yeah.
Okay.
And sorry, what was your name? Gallivahad Deedle. Pleased to meet you. Well, you're the one I'm speaking to.
No, her name is B.
Oh, B.
Oh,
I thought you said me. Sorry.
I did say me.
Fuck.
Delgrim, chill out. Yeah, no, Beatrix is my name. But you can call me B.
Lovely to meet you, B. And Delgrim, was it?
Delgrim Harrowfell.
Pleasure to meet
Very
you,
nice
fine
to
dwarf.
Meet you handsome person.
Thank you kindly, sir. I appreciate it. You're not bad to look at yourself.
I know.
And I'm glad to see that your ego is just as large as your personality seems to be.
It has taken more than one beating, but it's still there. I'm working on it, though.
Gallivahad will give you a bit of a wink before he turns around to the rest of the party. So, do we have any plans for the midnight carnival, or what are we doing? Captain, I think you said you might be interested in the details of what was on our ship. I mean, I'm not 100% certain of everything that was in the cargo, but can definitely confirm there were gems, jewelry from Glint. There were valuable statues and carvings from Canterwell, and maybe some older relics, like I mentioned, from Drakenstrad. I can't remember what was on the pirate ship as well, but there was some good stuff. Enough to fill everyone's pockets.
Who's the most greedy for loot in the party, do we think has been established at this point?
Miera. Wait, what?
Yeah, but you probably would have
absolutely fucking
been
right.
there, yeah.
And in which case you'll see Delgrim kind of look around the group and then just kind of do this little slump. But he'll immediately start stomping on the deck of the boat and just start and like shout at the planks, Viola! You down there, get off here!
After a few moments, there is the creepy hand, chunk on the rails, and Viola's head like just appears, and she's like, "You called?"
Viola, you can hold your breath under the water. You can swim for a long time, and you can hold your breath underwater. Yes.
No,
You're not
I don't
drowned.
hold my breath underwater.
I watched you clutch onto the bottom of the ship like giant boat leech. It was very impressive. But listen, there's treasure down there. And you have really big hands. And you're very, very strong. You should go down and get all the treasure and bring it up onto the ship here.
You see, Viola looks at Gilly. And Gilly goes, it's an interesting idea. We could send Viola down and see what can be found, if there's like any signs of this. I mean, it's a big place. With all the currents and stuff might have drifted away, but interesting idea. Interesting idea.
I'm very smart. All I need is 14 drinks, and I get really smart. Smarter than Tiernan.
Did you hear Quincy going? Also, the other thing that you noticed,
I think those back in Sfazina heard Quincy laugh.
Yeah. You also notice that Quincy has like is almost sitting on Gallavad's shoulder, and is kind of like slightly playing with his hair.
Cute.
If Gallivahad is okay with that, of course.
Gallivahad's fine with the attention. He will just smile at Quincy, and then look back at the rest of the
You
group.
smile at Quincy, and she just like blushes. Oh, you're like so hot.
Thank you, my tiny friend. I'm not hot. I'm actually quite cool at the moment.
No, I mean as in like when
And
I
wet.
I think you're physically attractive. That's what I mean.
Well, I appreciate you for being so forward. You're quite
look,
cute.
I can be even more forward if I need to be.
I have no doubt.
At this point, Gilly goes, all right, okay, so what we're suggesting is maybe Viola goes down, see if she can maybe find something about treasure and stuff, and then go from there. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yes. But, Viola, how... Can you see? Can you see good down there? Because it's going to be very dark.
I can see okay, but some extra people to help out would be very, very useful.
This is a great idea. I see it. I don't see
You can't
anything.
go down there. You can't go down there.
I don't know if you know, but my eyes are gone. It's just gone. But I can feel, and I can feel everything.
Delgrim, you can't go down there. You have very important business up on the deck here.
There is the one problem. I will drown, and you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I need to stay on deck.
Gilly says, look, there might be something I can do to actually help a little bit with that.
B will shoot Gilly fucking daggers because she does not want her drunk friends going under the water.
I wouldn't drown.
What is help?
Well, look, it's not unusual for us to sometimes find situations where maybe going underwater to be able to find stuff that maybe other people have accidentally dropped is useful. So I might have a little stash of like special magic scrolls, which if I use one, I can make a bunch of people be able to breathe underwater. Now, you got to realize with this, you can breathe, and she like absolutely is just completely not paying attention to you, B, with the daggers. So the thing to remember with that is that it only lets you breathe. Doesn't mean that you're going to be able to deal with how cold or if you've got to go too deep or any of that kind of stuff. So it's like it could be useful if there's something down there and it's not too deep. But look, I mean, from what this Gallivahad's talking about, I mean, there could be some good shite down there.
I mean, there's definitely some good shit down there, honestly. Top notch.
I've been truly so deep many times in my life. Do me, and also Tiernan.
No, no.
Shh, please, shh.
You shut up. Delgrim, shut the fuck up.
Shh.
I'm slapping
Hold
Delgrim
on.
in the face. I'm doing it.
Oh.
Right, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Whilst you two are bickering, Tiernan, you said something about you not having to worry about breathing either?
No, I can create a construct over my head that holds the air in for me.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, I mean, that would solve the problem for you. Like, did you and Viola just want to go down and have a bit of a look?
Well, I didn't really have anything else better to do, rather than drink, but...
Right, look...
It's what Miera would have wanted, Tiernan. You need to get...
Oh, fuck. I think Pro's gotten fucked by my internet.
No, amazing. Quick, someone screen grab that.
Haha.
Oh no.
Oh no, the drunk guy's lost his
Oh no, he's
connection.
better. He's back.
here
He's
he
back.
is.
He's back. He's back. He doesn't know he's back because his headphones are off.
It's alright.
Should we just all like random go? Then you'll think it's still.
Grumpfel,
Yes. Yes.
do you have some sort of means of the making him sober?
Him as in Delgrim?
Yeah, because I don't believe he's going to take no for an answer.
Let me think for just a moment. Yes, I possibly do. Yes, I possibly do.
This is not a good idea. Can I just point out to everyone here, this is a really bad idea. And yeah, Miera would have loved all the treasure and stuff like that. But also, Miera's not here, and I don't want anyone else to not be here either. I don't want anything to happen to any of you.
We'll be careful. You're welcome to come along, B. But
You can control what happens to you. You can't control the environment, though. What if the thing that took down these two ships is there, and it just chomps on you?
And we come back up.
Maybe if we go sooner rather than later. And look, I'm happy to go with you. I'm already wet, so I mean, going back in the water is not going to be much difference to me. But if we go earlier, at least it might have a full belly. Did just kind of eat two ships, so I'm happy to go and lend a hand potentially, if that would make you feel better, Miss B. I will help escort people.
You hear Quincy go, "Oh, I'd love you to lend me a hand."
I can hear again. I've had too much to drink. The slap left ringing in my ears. I'm very sorry.
That happened to Quincy as well.
Grumpfel will just sort of sidle over to Delgrim and drop into Undercommon. I say, Old Bean, if you're wanting to go along with this expedition, I could render some assistance to alleviate your current inebriation, if that was okay with you.
I think slipping between Undercommon and common. Delgrim will kind of bounce around a different response. It'll be like, oh, absolutely, old chap. This is a very great idea. Grumpfel, you're such a wonderful person. You know this. You absolute, amazing, beautiful being.
Oh, well, overhearing the general conversation, we wouldn't want something untoward to happen down there. Once we want all of us to be on our faculties, on our toes. I say it sounds like whatever creature's down there's there might not be much around. It sounds like it's had a full feed of fish and chips, and it should be not looking to partake of any more food anytime soon. So I would love for you to be at full faculty should we undertake this adventure.
Oh, absolutely. Fill my faculties.
I will. And
A steaming cup of coffee.
Tiernan, let's do this. And Grumpfel will grab the holy symbol of Kamateon, say a few words, make a few gestures, tap Delgrim on the shoulder, and cast Lesser Restoration to alleviate his condition of poisoned.
Outstanding. Boom. Stone cold sober, Delgrim.
Let us search of treasure.
It would have been really funny if you came back and said, no, this is a terrible idea. What were you thinking?
yeah. The common sense kicks in. She's like, what the fuck? Hold on. Pump the brakes.
It's a really bad idea, guys.
The only reason why I'm considering it B is that if there is wealth down there, wealth has a way of opening doors. And
Can we
where
not
we're
find
headed, we
wealth?
need every advantage we can get.
Can we not find wealth like in another place by like just doing a stupid little shit kicker job or something instead? Like,
I've done a few of those before, and you don't get much wealth out of shit kicker jobs. I've been a deckhand before, and that didn't pay really well.
why do we need money anyway?
B, you feel a hand slip into yours as Angelique has come over, and she just takes your hand very gently and just gives it like a little, like sort of reassuring squeeze. Nothing else, but it's like it's that hey, friend, I'm here, you know. A little bit.
It would be weird because it's one of those things where it's like there would be like a feeling of appreciation, but also B is being quite stubborn right now. So like would then remove her hand from Angelique's.
Yep. Well, says Gilly, right. Obviously, we don't all appear to be on the same page with what we're going to do, but it sounds like there's a few people who want to do it. B is very much against the idea, and look, that's fine, B, if you don't want to be involved. Like, whatever, that's your call. No one's going to force you to do anything, but if other people here want to do this, then, like, we can do it now. We can wait. If you want to wait a couple of days until the carnival's finished and we get a bit more natural light going on, we can always do that. I mean, you can drop anchor here and make sure we don't drift, but
no, if you can arrange for me to be able to breathe underwater, now is the time. I truly can sense so much around me so clearly. If there is a right time to find secret sunken treasure, the time is now.
Grumpfel, your spell didn't work. He's still drunk.
I assure you, Tiernan, I am not. But B, I understand concern. It will be fine. There will be many of us on this expedition to waters.
Well, I'm not gonna stay here by myself. That would be just as bad.
Well, look, the scroll that I've got will let up to, I think it's about 10 people be able to breathe underwater. So I can certainly make sure it covers all of your friends. Like I said, Viola's going to go down this new, like, little satyr here, Gallivahad. Sounds like he's willing to go along with you all.
I'm not going to stop you all. Not going to stop you all, but I'm going to advise against it.
Think of it like this, B. It is, for me at least, it is way too to honor our friend Miera, who is not here with us at this time.
Do you know what would honor your friend Miera? Staying alive.
I have no intention of not continuing to be alive. I've tried that once. I did not enjoy the experience. We have way to keep safe for air and lungs. I have axe. I have such clarity of mind and vision at this time. It'll be walk in park. Only park is deep underwater.
So a swim.
Swim in park.
In the ocean.
A swim in ocean park. Yes.
Oh, this
Very
Miera
good.
person you keep talking about sounds like they have some really good ideas. So maybe we should just do it.
Right,
I'm
well,
ready
am I
to-
getting this scroll, or are you all going to just stand around and bicker more about what we're going to do?
No bickering. It's a good idea. It's kind favor to do for a new friend. Retrieve their belongings and the belongings of pirates they've failed to.
Right,
steal.
well, I mean, look, just to clarify here, and Gallivahad, just so that everyone's on the same page, if we do this, we're not going to find a bunch of treasure and then give it back to you. We're not reclaiming this for you.
No, that's fine. Just like a share would be useful, just so that I can continue my journeys. But no, feel free. Just take whatever. If you find it's yours.
Good. Look, I just want to make sure there's full transparency around this transaction. So there'll be like a share for you. There'll be a share for our new friends here within the crew. There'll be a share for myself and the crew. Because, of course, we're providing the ship. I'm providing the ability for us to be able to go down underwater to be able to find this thing.
That's what you don't have to justify it to me. It's absolutely fine.
Oh, I'm
Not
not
a problem.
justifying it to you. I'm justifying it to everybody that's here. Just because there's been a few drinks flowing, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Business transactions are a great way for friendships to break down. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And you were saying
we all want to
that...
shake hands. Do we all want to
don't
shake
worry about
hands on
shaking
it?
hands. If worst case scenario, if you guys try and backstab us, then we'll just throw you off the boat. It'll be fine. But more importantly, you were saying that whatever it is that like got you in this other ship, you haven't seen it since it took you all down.
No, it was pretty quick. It was, a lot of, like I said, a lot of screaming, a lot of, oh no, we're going down. And then the ships were down and then it was gone.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was on the same page because, there are certainly things down, in the depths of the sea, which can be all kinds of very, very bad for us. Don't stress, B. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
It will. Look, we'll is there some way that we can I don't have any kind of special magic that lets me talk to other people, but do you lot have a way to be able to maybe talk to the people who are going to go down underwater so that there's... Nope. Right. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping there might be something, but...
Several of us could talk to one another.
You can all talk to each other?
Well, that's what the spinning thing above our heads is.
Wait, what?
It can be hard. It can be hard to see sometimes. It's really fast. I think sometimes it exists in different dimensions. Even I don't know how it works. But yeah, Grumpfel, are you staying on boat or are you coming down into water?
I don't know. I'm intrigued, but at the same time, I'm a little bit disconcerted about what is the depth down there? How deep is the water under us?
I'm going to rephrase the question a little bit. Tiernan has a cool magic helmet that helps him breathe underwater. You do not. You're going to have to stay on ships so that we can communicate with sharks.
You know what? I've decided that perhaps I might stay on the ship.
I feel like this is a good idea. Grumpfel, old chap.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor, please? Can you look
Indeed.
after me? She seems a little rattled by this entire.
She does
concept.
indeed. Now, you no doubt would have seen my trick for walking out on the water and testing out this new spell that I seem to have been gifted by Kamateon. The range on this thing, if any of you were to get into any sort of trouble down below, I can cast it on a few to then use it to come back up to the surface, but the range is not too far. It's about 30 feet, and the shard would enable me for you to communicate the need for this, but the range is short, so depending on how far the sea floor is, would hamper its effectiveness.
Over the course of the last several days on the ship with Delgrim asking around the crew how stuff on the ship works, etc., would there have been any conversation or indication of what's that thing that you use on a ship to establish how deep the water is? Like it's a whole thing, right? There's some kind of a tool that you drop into the water and it tells you how deep it is, and it's important for sailing.
When you're underway, it measures speed, but when you're not,
I feel like that's
it'll measure depth.
So
Yeah.
I think on the Oakenholm that's called Viola.
Yeah, okay.
Because she's basically under the ship. Like it's she would be the one who would be letting anyone know if there was any risk of, like, you know, if they're getting into shallows, which would cause issues or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. In which case, ignore that. Delgrim will grab a bit of rope and start every foot tying a knot in it.
Yeah.
It's simple, old boy. Hold on to the end of this, pop it in the water, we'll mark off where you think, how far you can pull this off, and then as we arise, if any trouble presents itself, when we hit that point, I'll let you know. I'll try not to use the shard until then, and then, if needed, you can lift us up out of the water. One question though, do you need to be able to see us in order to do this?
That's a very good question. Let me just think about that for just a moment.
Are you guys doing this all in Undercommon?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just
So it's
have a
really
try.
odd that everyone's standing around while you two guys are babbling away. Quincy's on Gallivahad's shoulder.
Actually, you know what? I do now recall that I might need to see the persons involved in this machination of divine intervention.
Well, Sean, it was a very good idea, but ultimately a waste of time.
No, it still could be helpful, but it would need to be closer to the surface. It can still be for me to be able to see everyone.
It will be fine, but please, the favor that I ask you, please.
Gilly, that scroll covers up to 10 people, correct?
Correct, that's right.
And how long does it last for?
It's a decent period of time. Let me just consult my memory banks while I try and recall the duration. Oh, right. It goes for like 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds superior to what I've got. And Grumpfel, Delgrim, and myself, we still have our shard up, so we can communicate underwater.
Yes, I still have my shard up. I'm not that old.
And B, if you just stay close with us, we'll be able to communicate.
I'm
I'm
not gonna go.
You're not going to go?
No.
Okay.
That doesn't be made that perfectly clear.
Oh, I thought
Unless it was all of you, and if all of you go, then I would. But if it's not all of you, then I'm not going.
Well, if all of us go, Grumpfel, you're welcome to come. But B, I don't want you to put yourself in a situation you're not comfortable with. If you prefer to stay on
Well,
ship.
most of the situations we've all been in are really uncomfortable. I got stabbed in the leg. I had like a whole bedpost through my leg at one point.
I got that.
I can confirm this situation's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gilly looks over at you, Gallivahad, and goes, right, I mean, look, do you guys need a little bit of time to... And, like, half of the crew at this stage has kind of drifted off.
So much
Gilly's
time
like,
to
right,
make one decision.
Yeah, do you need a little bit of time to just, like, talk this out?
Absolutely no time. I feel this is perhaps not perfectly safe, but it is.
Nothing is perfectly safe,
Oh,
my friend.
God.
Nothing.
No, this is far from perfectly safe. Who knows what's down there? But also,
Correct.
I thought Viola
But it'll
did.
be fun finding out.
We will be down there, and Viola will be down there. I feel perfectly safe.
Come,
All
we'll
right.
have a blast. It'll be
Let's go.
it'll be hilarious. At least it's a story, right?
Gilly will look at you, babe, and go, right. I don't want you to be feeling pressured or anything like this about going down there with these friends.
Well, when you start a sentence out by, don't want you to feel pressured, I feel like you're going to follow it up with some pressure.
What I was going to say, B, is that you're more than welcome to stay up here with the rest of us while your friends are going down there.
Well, Grumpfel's staying up here.
Grumpfel, you're staying up here as well?
If only a few of us were able to go down there, I was going to stay here and keep
Grumpfel, are you wanting
company.
to go down as well?
I don't mind what happens. I want to be...
Get in the fucking water. Just all of you go in the water. Go on. Go swimming. Be fun. No one will die.
First, roll.
Right, yes, yeah, like I do need to actually cast the spell before they go and
Are
jump.
you all going? Is that what's happening?
Well, I'm going.
I believe that was the consensus. I think everyone's going, right? We all
Well-
agreed. We're all agreed. We're all going. Are
You're
you
all
coming?
going.
Great, well then I don't have a fucking choice, so let's go.
Alright, well, I mean, to be fair, like, you can stay up here if you want to be, but
As if I'm gonna abandon my friends.
it's commendable that you want to go down with them. That's a nice thing for you to do. Alright, look, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll go and dig up this scroll. Gilly wanders off. Viola is still just perched on the rail of this ship, like watching this conversation unfold very, very intently. A few minutes later, yep, John?
Gallivahad, were you the captain of the ship?
Oh, well, I mean, not officially, but I'm always the captain of every ship I'm on.
That doesn't make sense.
Nothing really does, but,
A simple no would have sufficed.
I don't do things simply. Like, the simple no is boring, right? I like to have fun.
Okay.
I
Quincy,
could be
who's
the
still
captain
there,
of your
is-
ship if you'd like.
Oh, I think Gilly would be a bit upset with that.
Well, maybe when we get if we get another ship, I don't know. Maybe we find another ship on whatever travels. I mean, I probably will need another ship at some point. If you'd like me to be the captain of that ship, I'm sure I could.
Gallivahad, you hear whispered into your ear by Quincy, I like to have fun too.
Grumpfel's just gonna sort of wander over to Viola and say, did you happen to see or notice anything in the ocean in the last day that would be capable of doing such a thing to these other ships?
Oh, no, I would have said something as soon as I saw it.
Even if it had passed by and not attacked us, you still would have alerted the captain.
Oh,
to it.
absolutely. I don't want Gilly's ship to be sunk.
No,
That
neither
would be
do
terrible.
I. Neither do I. Do you know what would be what would have possibly attacked the ships?
Oh, there's all sorts of strange creatures that lurk below the waves that could take out an entire ship, Grumpfel. All sorts of creatures.
Oh, look, it doesn't just have to be creatures below the seas. It can be weird and wonderful and capable of doing a great many things. It's just it's not part of my experiences. So I thought
I've
I'd
seen
just
all
ask.
sorts of terrible, hideous monsters that lurk below the waves with their claws and their teeth and tentacles.
That was just when they looked in the mirror.
I don't doubt.
Oh,
I don't
feisty.
doubt that for a second. I've seen similar things underground. To tell you about this, my cousin married. Anywho,
So Gilly arrives a couple of moments later with a scroll. She takes it out of this very fine leather case and unravels it. She goes, right. All of you, I'm just once again confirming that this is going to be cast on all of you. Right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. With that, she starts to read these arcane words on the scroll, and you can see little wisps of smoke and blue flame curling off it as the energy gets consumed by the words, until at the end, the whole scroll just sort of goes up in a quick sort of puff of flame. None of you feel any different. She goes, right. The enchantment is there. It'll last for 24 hours no matter what, unless you die. So maybe don't die. But otherwise,
No one died.
Otherwise, you're all more than capable of breathing underwater for the next 24 hours. Now, so anything else you want us to do up here on the ship to help you with your exploration down below?
Maybe drop the anchor. So
Oh no, we've already done that. That's all sorted already. That's fine.
Okay.
Could you maybe remove or help your friend here, Quincy, to find another drink potentially? Because I don't think they want to stay on my shoulder, unless they're coming for a swim as well.
Look, it's tempting, and often I really enjoy getting wet, but I don't think in this situation it's quite right. So I'll leave you to it. And Quincy, sort of flies drunkenly off the shoulder over to where Gilly is.
And
actually, hold on. Can I come with you?
If you'd like to.
Sure. You watch as Quincy flies out over the water, and suddenly she's like, and she vanishes. And hanging briefly in the air for a moment is the world's chubbiest seal. And she polymorphs herself into a seal and just
incredible
belly
swoosh into the water.
Yay!
I think while that's happening, if I can, Bee's gonna head to the side of the boat. And her tattoos on her hand will glow. Just a violet purple color. And in the ocean, I'm gonna cast dancing lights, but instead of them having appearing as multiple lights, I'm going to combine them all to be one humanoid form of medium size.
Yeah, cool.
And it's going to be a merfolk that just is kind of swimming there at the surface of the ocean.
Yeah, cool, awesome. And so there is this nice sort of softer glow, which will absolutely help with being able to see under the water. And you can see Quincy's seal sort of swimming around it now.
Gallivahad will just, from where he's standing on deck, he's going to use one of his mirthful leap from where he is and just straight out into the water.
Can you make an athletics check for me to see just how graceful this is.
Okay. Acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics. Uh-huh. 20? Dirty 20?
You know how you see those Olympic divers, like the high level, like muscled, tone, graceful leaps. Like that's what Gallivahad is like as he launches himself into the water.
Excellent. And inspired by that, Delgrim will also hike the rail and attempt a dive in after Gallivahad.
Cool. Make an athletics check for me.
24.
24. Dude, yeah, look.
He's fucking backflipping this.
Yeah,
Diving straight in.
Wow, nice. Outstanding. Excellent. All right, leaving Tiernan, B, and Grumpfel still standing on the edge of this on the deck of the ship, besides Viola, who was just watching the three of you.
Well, come on, Blinky. Better stay on my shoulder for this one. And I cast light on him to brighten him up, and then just go to the edge and just jump in.
Cool.
No finesse, just jumps in, spear dives.
Yep. Awesome. Kasploosh. Grumpfel and B.
Go on, you guys were really keen. After you.
Are you coming with us?
Yeah. But after you.
And Grumpfel will sort of to the side of the railing and climb down whatever rigging or line the rope lines are there till he gets to the water's edge, until it'll just float in the water, waiting for B.
It's just B. Gilly's still up there, but Viola is there just watching you, B.
I pay no attention to them, and I will jump in.
Cool. Sploosh. You hear another form hit the water as Viola follows the rest of you. Weaving in and between though is Quincy's seal as she winds between your bodies.
Oh.
And the group slowly begins to swim downwards.
For all intensive purposes, the merfolk dancing lights will follow us. And it just takes me a bonus action to move it. So
That's fun. Did you want it behind or in front of you?
Kind of alongside us.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to be too far ahead.
Yep.
And behind makes no sense. So
Cool. So with that, you all slowly begin to swim down into the dark depths of the ocean. Yep. Heath?
On the way down, just to sort of test out the spell that the captain has used on us, I'm going to try a cantrip that contains a verbal component.
Works fine.
Guidance works.
Yep.
Not a problem.
Works fine. Downwards you go. Probably roughly 100 feet. 150 feet. It is icy cold. And you realize at this point in time that you will not be able to spend a long time beneath the surface. Not from an ability to breathe, but from the sheer cold and the increasing pressure as it becomes harder and harder as you swim downwards. But the very edge of the light, you can see what appears to be a shipwreck.
Yeah, mimic guys, be careful.
Half of a ship, from what you can see, shattered and broken. And there seems to be more deeper on the very edge of what appears to be a giant crevasse underneath the ocean. And I think that's where we might stick it pin in it for tonight.
At the giant crevasse.
Giant crevasse. Everyone likes a giant crevasse. Fucking hell. Fucking deviants.
You started it, Mr. fucking how many times can I say wet in one session?
Look, projecting. You're projecting. It's not my fault you guys are in the water.
Yes, it is. You're the DM. You sent us here.
Yeah, you didn't have to get in there though, did you?
Oh no, wet was used before that.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, okay, fair cool. I'll own that. Hey, cool. As per always. So firstly, welcome back, Cass. And Gallivahad, the latest addition to our little adventuring party.
I've seen the image.
Thank you.
Guy's only a 5.
Wow.
I rolled a 9.
I also rolled a 9.
Yeah. Look, Quincy rolled a 4,692. So
Clearly.
Right, that makes sense.
yeah.
Explains a lot.
Hey, our favorite moments. Favorite moments. Thoughts.
Tiernan's fucking hummingbird. It was so cute. It was real fucking cute. Yeah.
Well, it was the holiday of the gift giving with friends and family, so.
Yeah. It was perfect. It was well done.
You couldn't have saved it?
You weren't coming back.
Wow.
You don't know that.
Exactly. What? I don't know that. You went and you didn't say goodbye.
You just left. Well, I'm sorry, not you, because this is Gallivahad. Miera didn't say goodbye. Miera abandoned us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's sad, for the record, and that would be my other favorite moment, is taking as many opportunities as I could to point that out.
Yeah. It was well played. It was very well played. Those... Look, I appreciate this Bee's fucking stubbornness, man. She's just like, fuck this. You're all fucking idiots.
No, it's one of those things where it's genuinely like, we don't need to put ourselves in more danger. Like
treasure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of my favorite moment, though, the sheer amount of weeping in this session.
Yeah.
Truly so much weeping.
Yeah. Get your cry on. Nothing like a good cry.
Yeah, it's like I was going to say, break out the Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cave, sorry, not Nick Cage. Nick Cave.
I mean, Nick Cage
now.
As well. I mean,
it's Nick Cage in Peldorn now.
Yeah. Whoa, God.
No, please no Nick Cave in Peldorn.
Yes, Nick Cage in Peldorn.
Oh God. I'll go next. My favorite moment was actually hearing the different versions of the holiday, because that can be hard.
Yeah.
Each culture having a different version of it, so it was very interesting to hear that.
That was certainly one of those. Oh, I'm going to put this in here. Oh fuck, you're all from different places. Shit, I need to have the different things.
That worked. That was good.
It was really cool.
And also, shout out to a one shot from over a year ago where that holiday first appeared.
The Hello Moon.
Yep.
I thought I was like, I recognize that term. I thought maybe it's just like your world spinning cheat sheet thing, but yeah, good.
Yeah, and the ironic thing was, I didn't like, it wasn't like, I'm going to have you guys hit this holiday when you're out on the ocean. I was just like, I need to do a little bit of world building around some of the stuff. And I checked out my calendar. I'm like, you guys are literally like a couple of days away from that event. So I'm like, cool, awesome, excellent. It's going to happen. There you go. Merry Christmas. But yeah. Anything else for anyone? Heath, have we had Heath? What are your...
I got to actually give the DM a hat tip for Viola. I love the character. I love how you played it too. Everyone's on edge for something lurking below and coming up, and Promethean just grabbed that and ran with it with Delgrim.
As per always, look, it's just so easy to bait you guys. I absolutely love baiting the shit out of you guys.
You are a master baiter.
I am a master baiter.
And I do appreciate being master baited by you.
Look, I like masturbating you. So it works really well.
I hate it here.
No.
Welcome back, Cass.
Good to be.
Hey, Cass,
good
do
to
you have
be
a
here.
favorite moment?
Yeah, I think I've got a few. So I thought it was good. All the little emotional breakdowns were fantastic, and the Tiernan's bird was really sad. And I just love Quincy. Like anything with Quincy.
Fucking
So
love
it was
Quincy.
super exciting to hear that she's turned into a chubby little seal and will be coming on the adventure with us.
Yes, I'm sure
So
a
that's
drunk
exciting.
seal will do us wonders.
It's going to be great. They're going to be super helpful. And other than that, it's nice to be back and playing with everyone.
It's nice
Yeah,
to have
hey,
you back.
it's truly nice to have you back.
Mm.
Even if it is some bullshit hot character instead of the one we love.
Wow.
You're never going to let that go, are you, bro?
No.
No.
no,
That's fair.
It's
fair.
cool to have.
I'll tell Cass to kick you under the table, but
Look, in time you may come.
Oh,
to
hey,
love
I can do that
Gallivahad
if
as
you
well.
want. Hold on, wait.
Oh no, look out.
you're going to
Yeah.
go kick the shit out of him.
Just whack across the back of the head. Oh, nice. Amazing.
Dear.
Brilliant.
Well,
I need you to know that I did not hit him hard.
No.
It was.
I must admit, I did have fun with Quincy being somewhat enamored with Gallivahad. That was never actually the plan, but it just seemed to work.
Happens to the best of us.
Look,
yeah,
you know,
poor Tiernan's been dropped.
Tiernan is not worried. He's not concerned in the least.
oh look, we always said he was too big. Hey, let's
one
Yep.
more quickly. I just got to give Promethean a shout out because I enjoy any time that we get the opportunity to drop into our highfalutin undercommon. Is always enjoyable.
It is.
Hey, we're going to go a rating. I believe the kilobits is our target.
Kilobits. Correct.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so
Kilobits.
much for hanging out with us tonight. We love and appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll see you back here in a fortnight where you guys will see what is lurking deep below the waves of the ocean. And I'm sure it's going to be fine. And B's got nothing to worry about. It'll all be super chill and fine.
And Gallivahad's completely anticipated sudden betrayal.
Yeah. Look, he is the sea monster.
Look,
Yeah.
what if something lurks out of the dark and we just shove the new guy in the way as we get away.
Yeah.
Like, how fast can those little goat legs swim? Like, I promise you.
Yeah, but
those
look,
fuckers
think
are-
of it
Pretty
this way.
fast.
Think of it this way, Pro. He doesn't need the little goat legs to go because he's so fucking ripped. It's all the arm action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A manta ray.
Yeah. I just want him to like for Gallivahad to like explode out of the water like a dolphin, but in slow motion.
The sun glinting off the nipple.
Dear.
Wow.
Beads of water rolling off his chest.
Whoa.
Apparently we got 23 seconds left.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Come back
See you in a
next fortnight when we're afloat on a boat with a goat.
Mm,
Oh,
God.
fucking hell.